Let's Deprogram, the podcast where we try to get you into a band. That's right, we've done all the work for you. All you have to do is push play. And, I'm actually, I guess, a brunette, really. But today, it's going to be a little bit more concrete, baby. It's Concrete Blonde. Oh, wow. that was beautiful.
No.
Might be the best one I've done yet.
No. Oof.
All right. So I think I recall how this happened. I think this happened in the Deprogram Discord chat. I think, or it may have been post Bauhaus or Banshees, one of those, like in the after the fact or something. But I know for a fact that Gavin in the channel said Fredo's down to do Concrete Blonde. So, Concrete Blonde, Gavin, talk to me about them and why we needed to talk about them today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So, I think Fredo was like, we should do Concrete Blonde. And I was like, fuck yes. Concrete Blonde is a trip. They're like, they're a band that like doesn't really fit in. They're a rock band from Hollywood. The singer, Jonette Napolitano, was born and raised in Hollywood. And they're kind of like just a true kind of gritty, kind of sleazy, not sleazy, but like, I don't know, like just sort of the grime of like Hollywood and broken dreams and glitter and booze and all that kind of stuff. But they were like, Fredo, like they were like too weird to be like a mainstream rock band. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But they were too kind of like rock to really be like a punk or a new wave band. Although in the late 80s and early 90s, everybody that I knew, and it was all, punk rockers and weirdos and stuff, everybody loved Concrete Blonde. They're just kind of a band that like finds their way into your heart and like you kind of root for them because they never really made it, but when you know that they were so good, she is so fucking good. You just want to like, they're kind of like your little secret band that you want to champion and cheer for or something, she's like a tough, she's kind of like a Chrissy Hynde type of woman, like she's witchy, she's tough, she's got a lot of grit, and I just thought that sometimes it translates to record and sometimes it doesn't. They're really like, you see them live and you're just like, this band is a fucking kick-ass rock and roll band,
Did you see them live?
Yeah, I did.
I'm so jealous of you.
Yeah, I did see them live, although I missed them many times. For years I could have seen them, and I wound up seeing them on my last night in San Francisco in 2001, which was such a cool way for me to leave the city. I was going to grad school, and because they had been with me through my whole San Francisco run, as like a band that we played all the time and stuff. But yeah. So that's it.
Yeah. So Fredo, you were saying a little bit beforehand, not to show your hand, but that you knew Concrete Blonde, but you didn't know Concrete Blonde. But you put them up on the board. So talk to me about it. Why did you want to talk about them today?
Well, first off, Concrete. What do I always say about the fix?
That the fix is in.
You don't listen to me. I always say that the Fix is one of the most underrated bands of the 80s.
Right.
Yes, you do say that.
Right? Right. So, Concrete Blonde is one of the most underrated band of the 90s.
Okay.
They are incredible. And when I say I knew them, it's like, if you say, Alfredo, do you know Concrete Blonde? Yeah. List 5 songs. I can rattle off 5 songs. And I own all their albums, and I've listened to all their albums, but I haven't listened to it in a while. So as I'm going through the list, and I'm pulling out my 20, I would have thought I would have picked more tracks from 2 albums that and I ended up picking uh, a lot less tracks from.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's like as I was listening to this stuff, it's like, oh wow, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh shit, oh, whoo, yeah, play that one again. So that kept kind of going through my mind, and I had to listen to it a couple of times as I was going through it. And usually I write, I write the songs that I know are gonna make it, right, and then I
Mhm.
try to fill out my list. But here, with Concrete Blonde, I had to take out a couple songs that I thought for sure were gonna be in.
Interesting. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to hear what those are. Uh, for me, this is a band that I feel like may have vaguely been at the very, very back of my mind. Like if somebody said Concrete Blonde, like if in conversation, I'd be like, yeah, I think I know them. I wouldn't be able to tell you a song, but like that feeling of think I think I know
Right.
that name.
Yeah.
But again, I couldn't list anything.
All right.
None of it was familiar, as I'm listening to it. But it is funny that like some of the stuff Gavin you brought up about how grimy it is. It's like it does have the feeling of being in an LA club.
Yeah.
It very much so. And there's definitely an underdog thing, like you said. Like I found myself like wanting to go, yeah, man, like what happened here? Like I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you know what's funny? I'm sorry to interrupt you,
No, go
but
ahead.
it's just like you brought up something. It's you're right, and Gavin's right when you guys say it's grimy, but I get what you're trying to say, but I don't think that's the right word, and I
Yeah.
can't think of the right word because
well, yeah, because
I like. Go ahead.
there's times where it has that LA polish to it.
Right.
And it's kind of shiny. So yeah, I think you're right. Grimy, dirty isn't necessarily the word, but like, what is the word?
It
Like,
may. You know what? How does this sound? And you tell me this is. They're not as pretty as you think they would be.
yeah, yeah,
Like they're the equivalent of a person who has a past.
okay,
Yes,
yeah,
exactly. And they sing about a bunch of people who have a past, right?
Right.
And they
Right.
have a lot of really pretty songs, right? But she has a grit. She has a true grit, and she's singing about the characters in Hollywood and the alcoholics and the failed actresses and
But
all
it's
those
yeah. But
friends.
it's not only Hollywood, because they got a lot of songs that give you that Louisiana feeling,
Yeah,
that New Orleans feeling, and it's not just the album Bloodletting. You
yeah,
know, their whole catalog is peppered with this kind of that New Orleans feeling, that with the vampires and with the voodoo
yeah,
magic and that kind of stuff.
yeah.
And I guess that might be the darkness, and that might be part of the past of this elegant band that you see in front of you.
Yeah, good call.
So how did you go? Because we not everything was available for this band. It ended up being 56 songs, technically 55, but like just a couple days ago, Fredo was like, no, we need this song too. So we added one more in, so it ended up 56 songs. How did you go about crafting your 20 for this one, Gavin?
Well, I thought you picked the 5 records, from 86 to 93. They made 5 records. For me, it's all about the second and the third record. Free and Bloodletting are both like stone cold classics. I just could have put both those albums on my list and called it a day. Um, to me, there's less sort of there on the first record and the last 2 records, although there are some really amazing songs. So it was pretty easy for me. It was kind of getting that second and third record down, trying to pick like my absolute favorite stuff, and then doing a little album representation. Like I tried to get a couple things from all the records, you know.
Mm-hmm. And Fredo, you already kind of alluded to, like, as you're listening, that your 20 didn't come out the way you thought.
No, not even close. Again, it was one of those things as I was listening to this album, to this album, as I was listening to this playlist, just songs kept coming out of me. You know, Concrete Blonde is one of those bands that I loved at a time, and faded away due to not because I outgrew them. It's just that other things kind of dulled their shine.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
The new and pretty things,
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. And so, imagine going into the attic and moving stuff around, and then in the back under a pile of magazines, and sits this locker that's all dusty, and you open it up and it's like, oh shit, I forgot about all this.
Yeah.
That's what this was like I knew in that locker there was this song and that song and the other songs. Like, yeah, okay, great. And then I go to put up the locker looking for those songs, and it's like, holy shit, this song is here. Oh my God, I forgot how much I love this song.
Yeah.
Oh, this needs to be brought out. People need to hear this. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other way to put it.
Yeah. So again, for me, this being a band I'd never heard of, I think my first pass, I kind of had a lot from everything, really equal representation. And it's funny, you nailed exactly how I felt, Gavin. Free and Bloodletting, I was like, ooh, choice. Like, yeah. I loved those two. I liked the rest of the discography. I loved those two.
That's awesome.
And I really, I mean, we'll see once it comes to game time, like the actual gameplay here, but we'll see how that ends up turning out. But, I really could have picked a lot from those two, but I did want a little of everything. So I did try to make sure that everything was represented. And I will say, like, immediately they tell me they're a different band than I guess maybe guessed that they were going to be, again, because I didn't know going in. Like, they tell you one thing, and then almost immediately it's like, oh no, it's not what I thought it was going to be. It's something completely else. And just to kind of add to Fredo's, like, going up in the attic and dusting off the locker, like, as you're saying that, I get the image of, like, for me, it even though I didn't know who they are, it did have this feeling of, like, you find your old baseball mitt, like, yes,
yep,
awesome, fun,
right?
I can't believe
I forgot I had that here.
It's all nice and worn in, and you forgot about it. And again, for me to have that feeling about a band I'd never listened to, I love that I can connect on that level to a band I'd never heard of. So
nice.
That said, though, again, it's 56 songs. It's not a ton, but you and I have kind of admitted our love for two records, which could be a good thing, but it could make this we could be at different ends of the spectrum on those two records. So, yeah. Gavin, based on everything we've said so far, for the final say, how many do you think we're going to get through unanimously?
Man, I have no idea on this one. Like, I can't call it. We could be all over the fucking map tonight.
Yeah.
I really. At first, I was thinking to go low, but I like being a positive lunatic. Let's go. I'm gonna go like. I'm gonna say we're gonna get 7.
Ooh, I like it. What are you thinking, Fredo?
I'm not thinking anywhere near that. I'm thinking 4, if we're lucky.
Ooh.
Because I have a feeling But there's a lot of things that you guys are gonna go with. Oh no, check that. There's a lot of things I'm gonna go with that you guys are like, no. Yeah, that's the best way for me to put it. Yeah.
All right. So we have somebody who's ultra positive and somebody who's semi-negative. You know what? I mean, it's there. It's not exactly splitting the difference, but it is the coward way out. I'm going 5, right in the middle. I mean, look.
Sack up, be a man.
Well, again, I do. Look, we did an episode last night where, you know, it felt like the things we were saying felt like we were going to be off, and we ended up with 9. So
Really?
yeah. I think we had some. John guessed 6, Adam guessed 7, and I had a feel I went the other way. Or wait, yeah, I went the other way. I went like 3 or something, 4, because just the way we were talking, it felt like we were going to go the other way, and we got 9. So,
wow.
All right, we're going to take a quick pause, and when we come back, we're going to play the game. It's Deprogrammed. And with that, the name of the game is Deprogrammed. The 3 of us have combed through most of Concrete Blonde's discography and plucked out 20 songs that we're now going to mash together in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit for you in case you have never given Concrete Blonde the time of day.
Shame of you. Shame of you.
Shame. And I don't know where to start because like I said, there's several different jump off points for me. There's the point where I realized they're not what I thought they were going to be. And then there's the point where I started really gravitating towards them. And then there's the point where they changed what I thought they were going to be again. And then there's another song that kind of made it in at the last minute. So I don't know where to start. All right. Here, let me bring up my thing while I stall for time. I'm going to go with the moment. I'll go with the moment where I knew that it was going to be trouble. I knew I was in for something. God is a Bullet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, come on. I mean.
Yes. Let's get that one in there.
Yep. That's definite.
There we go. Like I said, I just knew. I was like, uh-oh. They've pivoted towards something that is very much in my wheelhouse. I love too that it's not like 80s, but it is, and it's not 90s, but it is.
Yeah.
It really is like this perfect amalgamation of between the two.
Yeah, it feels a little postmodern. It feels a little alternative. It feels a little rock. It feels a little grunge. I mean, yeah. It's and that bass line. Oh,
Yeah.
So
good.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right, we got one. All right, Gavin.
Yeah, it's cool, Fredo. It's cool they were signed to IRS. You know, they were on IRS the whole time, right?
Yep.
Miles Copeland's label, who really signed probably the best of the American new wave. Yeah, I love that they were on IRS. I think it's really cool. I better start knocking out some of the Bloodletting songs just because that's a beast. I can't really get away from that record. Do you guys have The Sky is a Poisonous Garden?
No. Why would you go with that one as the first one?
I just love how at the end when she's just saying the sky is the poison, the sky is tonight, just over and over. It's so great.
I cannot save you, friend, unfortunately.
No.
Unfortunately. Dang it. All right. Fredo?
I always get nervous when I'm the last one on the first round because there's like always the one or two songs that I want to make sure I say. I put it out in the ether, not you bastards. And so this was one of them, and it was the song that got added at the last minute, because as I'm listening through it, I'm like, where the fuck is this song? And it turns out, as I recall, it was off the Pump Up the Volume soundtrack, and it's a Tom Waits cover, but so much better than Tom Waits could ever think of doing it. And that's Everybody Knows.
I got it.
Yeah, I got it.
There
That
is
was a
something.
good addition.
Oh yeah. I mean, her voice. There is something about her voice in that song that just it just grabs me. You know.
She belts it out.
Yeah, and it's got that like she sings that like she's a girl who's been around the block.
Yeah.
But not, and I don't mean that in a slutty way or just like she's seen life, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what she sounds like when she's singing. And then the music too. And you know, when it starts off with that guitar strum at the beginning, it's like it sets that guitar strum at the beginning sets up that song.
Yeah. That was a good year for them, 1990. They were riding pretty high that year, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that brings us up to 2 already. Not a bad first round. All right. I feel like we kind of got to get this one out of the way. It is like literally the only answer we got. I've got it on my list. Joey.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this, and I alluded to this when at the beginning, and I have it. Okay, so we'll get that out the way. But I didn't want it on my list. What happened, and I told you guys this before we went on, is that my handwriting has gotten horrible, and I could only safely make out 19 of the 20 songs. And I couldn't remember titles, and my chicken scratches was bad. I said, I need a 20th song, Joey. And I didn't want to put it on. I really didn't, because I know this is just, I get it's a big hit for them. I just don't think it's I just don't think it's that good a song. You know?
I think it's a perfect like song. It's like one of the only convincing love songs of the 20th century. It's like such a fucking beautiful like relationship, true love song.
But I don't see it as a relationship song. I see it as a broken relationship song. And maybe at the end, you know, when she says, Joey, I'm not angry anymore.
Yeah.
It's just her saying, hey, look, I'm over it. You know, I'm not mad at you anymore. It doesn't mean we're getting back together. It doesn't mean that, you know, we love each other. It's like I've dealt with the relationship. I dealt with the trauma. You know, I hated you. Now I'm over it. And I just want us to be okay. We're not going to be back together, but I want us to be okay. And I get it and I understand it.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in a few relationships like that in my life where at the end it's like, I just want us to be okay. But I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
You know?
I hear you. Yeah, it's rough. It's a rough one. That song's about Mark Moreland, who Fredo was the guitar player for Wall of Voodoo. Before that, he was in a band called the Skulls, like one of the very first punk bands in LA. He died of a failed, you know, liver transplant at 44. Total alcoholic. They had a lot of love for each other, the two of them, and he was a great, really strange guitar player. But I just wanted to throw that stuff out there.
Oh, there you go. All right, Gavin, you're up.
Okay. Let's go back to Free. So always the curse of throwing out one of your favorite songs. So do you guys have Happy Birthday? I love that song.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, I can't make it unanimous, but it does get into the conversation.
That song is just such a poppy song.
Yeah, and it's also Fredo. It's like it also makes me want to like relapse and start smoking cigarettes out the window. And it's like the happiness of like being a fuck up. It always it's like that song calls me back to like a life that I have like set down. You know what I mean?
And it was a life that's passed you by, and you hear that kind of song and you think about that life, and you're like, man, those were some good times.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't do it anymore.
Right.
You know, I'm older, I'm wiser. But those were some good fucking times.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah.
All right, Fredo.
Let's go off as, I mean, to me, this goes to what Gavin was saying at the beginning of the whole show, and it's off their self-titled. It's still in Hollywood.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Dude. What a fucking song.
Oh my, you know, and what's funny is, again, it's off their self-titled. It's off their first album, and like that really should have laid down the law for this band, in the sense of, you listen to that, it's like, okay, I'm gonna keep my eye on this band during its entire run.
Yeah, it's a statement of intent, right?
Mm-hmm. Like, right.
Yeah, totally.
You know, right? Yeah. This was Welcome to the Jungle.
Yes,
it was
exactly.
you know, it was Smells Like Teen Spirit, even though that wasn't off their first album. But it was that song that once you heard it, it's like, okay, I'm keeping my eye on this band throughout their entire run.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's 3 albums or whether it's 30 albums, this band will always be right there.
And it's also like Walk on the Wild Side or something, Fredo, where she's telling all those little vignettes about the people that she's meeting, you know, on the street.
Right. And kind of, you know, it's like she still can't believe she's there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's, you know, still in Hollywood. You know, I thought I'd be out of here by now or something.
Oh my God.
That. Yeah, it's like, how the fuck?
So great.
Yeah, it's like, and then she goes back to telling you about these fucking characters and these people that are part of her fucking everyday existence. She's like, how the fuck am I still here?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know.
Totally great. Yeah.
All right. There we go.
Yeah.
I like how Gavin and I are just like, yeah. and then Justin comes out, all right.
No, all right.
All right.
We're up to 4. Look at that.
Yep. This is where I'm at.
Yeah. Anything past this and Fredo's out.
And I'm fine. You know what? I got the 3 songs I wanted on here. So
all right. Let's go to Walking in London. We haven't dusted that off yet. Let's go to the title track, Walking in London.
I don't have it.
Me neither.
Oh, all right.
I mean, that's a good pitch right there.
He's got one.
I mean, that's not that. Yeah.
That bass line. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm listening to it.
No, that's a.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say that about a lot of their songs.
That's true too. That bass line. That is fair. I did find myself getting drawn to a lot of bass lines. So, all right, Walking in London. Only got a 1. All right, Gavin.
I'll stay on that record with you, Justin. And I don't know how to pronounce it, but did you guys pick the French song?
Yep.
You did.
Whatever the fuck it was.
That's awesome. You have that. What a great little song that is, huh?
Oh yeah.
Man,
cool.
I'm wishing I would have kept that. That one was one of my last cuts.
Right.
What I really like about that song too, and you see this in a couple of other songs where they will incorporate a foreign language.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, and they do it in a way that's like, okay, I could still listen to this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know? So, yeah, that's a great song, man. I wish you would have kept it on there. That would have been nice to make the list.
Good love song.
I think I cut, I mean, if I'm being honest, I think I cut it because it was French. I was like, they're not going to have this. So I overplayed. Sometimes it happens. All right,
does.
Fredo?
Let's go with the. Holy shit! I can't believe this song hasn't been fucking. What is this? Like the fucking 20th round, and we haven't said this one yet. Bloodletting, the vampire song.
Yes.
Totally.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That's such a great song.
I know. It's like, I really can't believe it lasted this long.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a stomper. What a fucking stormer that song is.
Yeah, and again, that fucking bass line, man.
Yeah.
Doom, 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 you know.
Yep.
Again, here you have. They give me spooky. And it's like, oh, well, I'm getting spooky now too. Word.
Yeah. But that's that you know, that entire album has that Louisiana feel.
Yeah.
Got that New Orleans,
Like swampy.
you know.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. We're up to 5 with plenty out here. Okay. Let's see. That one's already done. Oh, let me mark that one off. How about Scene of a Perfect Crime?
Yep.
No.
All right.
Oh wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Really?
Great song. I had so much off that record though.
That C'est la vie. That is the story, I think. All right. Gavin?
Okay. I'm going to stay on Free. A song that was really great for me when I was in my first rehab. Do you guys have Help Me?
Nope.
Great song. Teach Me How to Pray. Tell Me What to Say. Help Me Find My Way. So good.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. We're almost out of NTP already. Look at that.
We'll be out of it here.
Yeah, shortly. All right, Fredo?
I'm gonna go with a George Harrison cover off their self-titled, which they did. It's a great song, and they really did it justice. Beware of the Darkness, or Beware of Darkness.
Oh, I don't have it.
No, me neither.
Oh,
I didn't know it. Just to be clear, I didn't know it was a cover. That's not why.
no, I know that. I knew you wouldn't have known it was a cover, unless you're not a huge George Harrison fan.
Yeah.
And that's a George Harrison solo song. So, yeah.
That's one of those songs that I was listening to beforehand. I was like, do I need to make room for this?
Yeah, it's just I just love that song because it's very reflective without being reflective. Like you're not looking back. It's just you know, I don't know, but I hear it, and the best way to put it's a warning. That's what it is. It's a warning. You know.
All right, back to me. How about It's Only Money?
No.
Nope.
All right. Gavin.
Where is It's Only Money from?
From Free.
Oh, that's right. Yep, got it. Okay. I'm going to go to the last album, Mexican Moon. Do you guys have Love is a Blind Ambition?
Oh, no.
No.
That's what that sound is.
That's such a great song too.
Pretty nice, lovely little song, yeah.
All right. Fredo?
I'm going to stay on that same album. And Bajo la Luna, Mexicana.
I love that, but no.
Oh, no, I don't have it.
Oh, that's such a wonderful song. And again, it's one of, you know, and I knew you didn't have it, Justin, the minute you said, I didn't take that other one because it was mixed. I was like, oh.
Well, here's the thing is because it's basically the Spanish version of Mexican Moon. It's literally like they did Mexican Moon again, but they did it in Spanish. and I couldn't decide. You know, I don't want to do any spoilers here, but I couldn't decide which one to take.
Well, I will tell you, I picked that one because it was that mixture of Spanish and English.
It is a lovely
'Cause
song.
Yeah.
I ended up with just not a lot from Mexican Moon, even though it is equally, in my opinion, equally as good as the rest of the discography. It's just I liked Free and Bloodletting so much. So
Yeah.
all right, I'll trot out a Mexican Moon one since you guys did, just to see. How about Jonestown?
Yep.
No.
All right, but just like that, the NTP is over. Worst case scenario, we pluck one out, or we just take everything we got. I think, yeah, because 5 and 5.
There's still song that I still see at least one more
All right.
going on this.
Yeah, we still
At
have
least one more.
we still have a good like 6 or 7, I think, on my list. So,
Yeah.
all right, Gavin.
Okay, let's go to Bloodletting. We're gonna have to break up if you guys don't have this. The last song on Bloodletting, you guys have Tomorrow, Wendy.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And that was one of the ones I said we still got a couple. That was definitely one.
Just like that, up to 6, and I lose. But
Bye.
Gavin, because I had 5.
All right.
So Gavin's 7 is still alive. All right.
One more, baby.
All right. Fredo? And we officially have a conversation now because we're going to have to at least cut
Awesome. Right. Give me a second here. Okay. Off of Walking in London. Ghosts of a Texas Ladies Man.
one. Yeah, man.
I don't have it. You have it, Justin?
I do. Yes.
Yeah, and there you go with another, and I could see you listening to that and going, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
These guys.
But in the best way, possible.
Yeah,
What the
yeah,
fuck?
obviously, yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, you got to be kidding me! Stop it! You know.
It's like again, it's like changing, but not like it's changing who the band. Like it's in the title. Like you get this this feeling of Texas. You know, it's
Yeah, that
I'm into it.
Yeah.
All right. We're back around to me. All right, I'll trot something out from self-titled. How about Your Haunted Head?
No.
Oh. That is where I locked in. That punk rock feeling.
Yeah.
All right, Gavin?
I'm going to take the single off of Walking in London, which is Fredo. This is a song that I kind of just heard again and was like, oh my God, I fucking forgot how great this song is. Like you were talking about the chest in the attic, you know?
Right.
Do you guys have Someday?
I sure do.
Hold on. No. Thought I did.
It's got 2, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Fredo?
All right, let me throw my Walking in London song. Oh, I can't remember. We'll pick this one. I Want to Be Your Friend.
No.
Nope. Nope. There we go. Let's see. Fredo. Back around to me.
How many you got left?
Yeah, I think we might be getting close. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do 2 more and then we'll dump out.
Okay.
How about? Oh, I gotta mark that one down. Actually, I have 6 because I forgot to mark 1. How about Days and Days?
Nope.
No, I love that song.
Gotta love that sound.
Doesn't it suck when you got to say, oh, man, I love that song. Oh,
yeah.
that was so, I don't have it, but that was so close.
Yeah.
The exasperation.
Yeah,
Yes.
why don't you have it, motherfucker?
Yeah. If you love it that much.
Right.
All right, Gavin?
Okay, let's off Free. Do you guys have Run, Run, Run?
Yeah, man.
Nope.
Got a lot of twos. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a hell of a discussion, ain't we?
it's gonna be up there. All right, Fredo.
Let's go off of Walking in London, Woman to Woman.
Yeah, man, I got that.
Nope.
You guys are clearing me out. All right, so we'll call this one our last round, and then just dump out whatever's left after this one.
Sure.
How about Caroline?
Yes.
Nope. Man, we're gonna have a discussion, ain't we?
I love that song. Yeah.
So many twos. All right, Gavin.
Let's do from the first album. Do you guys have a weird little song called "Make Me Cry"?
Nope.
No. All right, Fredo.
Where the hell would it go? I was just looking at it. Oh my God. Let's go off of let's go off Mexican Moon and Jenny I Read.
Yeah, man.
Nope.
Man.
Making it tougher and tougher.
Yeah, I know, right?
So let's see.
Okay, you gonna dump out?
Yeah, let's see. 1, 2. I have hardly any left. Let's see, that one's gone.
Good.
That one's gone. Wow, that one's already done. I got one left. Over Your Shoulder.
Nope.
Nope.
All right. Well,
Nope.
I guess there was
So
a
we're at
reason.
6.
Yep, 6. So nobody wins.
Right. Well, the listeners, they win.
They win.
Yeah.
All right, Gavin, you want to dump out whatever you got left?
Yeah. Fredo, off Free, I have Sun, and
Nope.
I have Sun and Little Conversations.
Nope.
Off of Bloodletting, I have Lullaby.
Nope.
Off of Walking in London, I have Long Time Ago.
Nope.
And off of Mexican Moon, I have Close to Home.
Nope.
All right.
And
Just
just
for-
to to finish it off self-titled, I have Dance Along the Edge
Oh,
off of Walking in London. Oh no, excuse me. I also have Little Star off of Little Sister off of
Oh.
self-titled. Off of Walking in London, I have City Screaming. And then off of Mexican Moon, I have I Call It Love.
Nice.
very nice. Very nice.
You had a lot off the first record, Fredo.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Self-titled. Again, that I got that album like right after they put out Bloodletting. So like Bloodletting was. I mean, I knew the song Still in Hollywood, but Bloodletting had just mesmerized me so much I had to buy that album.
Yeah.
And then once I heard that album, I went right to Still in Hollywood. I mean, still self-titled, which is
Yeah.
and that was the one that stuck with me out of those two.
So
So
we did it. We got 6 here. We got God is a Bullet, Everybody Knows, Joey, Still in Hollywood, Bloodletting, The Vampire Song, and Tomorrow Wendy are in. And we've got 11 that we need to trim down to 4. And no freebies here. So we got Happy Birthday, Le Coeur Jumeau, Scene of a Perfect Crime, Help Me, Jonestown, Ghost of a Texas Ladies Man, Someday, Run, 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 Woman to Woman, Caroline, Jenny I Read.
wow.
Gavin, if I say, hey, is there one that probably should have been unanimous, but that we didn't get? Is one jumping out at you?
Yeah, I'd love to see Happy Birthday get in there off Free. We only have one song off Free.
I'm with it.
I don't got a problem with it.
Yeah, I was the odd man out there. So same question to you, Fredo. Is there one kind of jumping out at you?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just write this in here. Yeah, it's the French one. I think, and just so that because I know you didn't put it in because Justin, the reason I'm saying that is because of the fact that they have several songs where they're dipping into another language, and to me that was part of their charm. Was that they could do it flawlessly.
Yeah, it fits in right in with the rest of the discography.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm with it. You guys had it, I didn't. I'm with it.
Awesome.
All right, so that brings us up to 8. So we got 2 left. This becomes the representation question, because we've got something from everything except Mexican Moon represented.
Yeah, I'm cool
Really?
if you guys want to decide between Jenny I Read and Jonestown so we can get something off Mexican Moon, I'm cool with that. I don't care which one of those two.
I had them both.
So did I, yeah, obviously. Are you leaning one way or the other, or
who are you asking, Gavin or me?
You.
Not really. But if somebody just needs to make a pick, I'm gonna go with Jenny I Said. If nobody else gives a shit.
All right. Let's go with Jenny.
I mean, they're both good songs.
Well, again, so just to continue the point, Jenny I Read is another what the fuck song, like in the best way possible, because it's a track 1, and they're showing yet another side of the band. So, all right.
I know. I said Jenny I Said. Jenny I Read.
All right, and then that takes us up to 9, and we've got everything represented. So the question becomes, do we get a second one in for self-titled or Walking in London, or do we just take best available?
Well, what do we?
Let's see. We've got wait, hold on. What's through from Free? 2. We got 2 from Free. We've got Scene of a Perfect Crime, Help Me. Jonestown's Technically Still Alive, Ghost of a Texas Ladies Man, Someday, Run, 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 Woman to Woman, and Caroline.
I don't know. I feel like my opinion, I guess, is that Someday off Walking in London is such a great single. We could do that. Free, we could take something off Free so that we have 3 songs off Free and 3 songs off Bloodletting, because those are, in my opinion, the 2 strongest records. But that's where my opinion would be. Are
you leaning a certain way, Fredo? Do you have an opinion?
What songs do we have left?
All right, so from Free, I'll do the whole rundown. This is
no, don't even tell me the album, just the songs.
Okay, Scene of a Perfect Crime, Help Me, Jonestown, Ghost of a Texas Ladies Man, Someday, Run, 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 Woman to Woman, Caroline.
Okay, so what songs do we think we can do without, right off the bat? I will pull back my vote for Woman to Woman.
Okay.
Just to get it off the list.
I think the same could be said for Jonestown as well.
I'm fine with it. I had a vote for that, so I'm fine with that.
We could pull Caroline since we have 3 off Bloodletting.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right. So now what do we got?
All right. So we still have Scene of a Perfect Crime, Help Me, Ghost of a Texas Ladies Man, Someday, and Run, Run, Run.
As much as I like Ghost of a Texas Ladies Man, I think coming on this list, that song would be too much of an outlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I voted for it, and I really do like that song. But yeah, I think there are other songs that deserve to be on this list before that one.
All right. So basically, it's working out to Someday versus one from Free.
Okay, so what do we got from Free then?
So we have Scene of a Perfect Crime, Help Me, and Run, Run, Run.
Any of those would be great. Any of these 4 songs. Yeah.
You know what? I'll let you guys pick it because I'm fine with it. I'm not married to any of them,
Mm-hmm.
and I like them all. So, yeah, whichever ones you guys think is the strongest. And remember, it's the strongest in the sense of, you know, someone who might be doing a deeper dive than they know of Concrete Blonde, because I think this is one where I think again, those first 5 songs, at least 4 of those first 5 people know and like. So if anything, this would be like probably one of the shows that you do that I think could motivate a ton of people into actually doing a deep dive.
Yeah.
You know, because those 4 songs would make me want to listen to the list and give the list a chance. And then once I listen to the list and see how good the rest of it is, now I can do that deep dive.
All right, so let me run down this one last time, the 9 songs that we have in, just to see if there's a song that kind of naturally fits. We've got God is a Bullet, Everybody Knows, Joey, Still in Hollywood, Bloodletting, Tomorrow, Wendy, Happy Birthday, Le Coeur Jumeau, and Jenny I Read.
That's a good list.
You got 9 songs that don't sound anything like the other, and yet by the same token, you still know it's Concrete Blonde.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a good spread right there.
Yeah, like I'll say this, like I was listening to a couple of the clips, and listeners will know this, so I'm, being repetitive to them, but Run, Run, Run stuck out, but also kind of Scene of a Perfect Crime kind of did too. Shoot. I'm not helping myself.
No, you're probably not. Well, look.
Go ahead, Fredo.
No, you go, Gavin.
I didn't have Scene of a Perfect Crime. You guys did, and I love Free so much that's fine. If you guys want to go with that, I think I personally think Someday is the strongest song left.
I think I agree. I was just listening to that clip. I think I agree.
If you guys go with it, I'm good with it. And I'm the guy who didn't go for. I didn't vote for that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, let's do Someday.
Awesome.
All right, there we go. Boom.
And that gives us 2 off Walking in London, so that's cool.
All right, so now we have our 10. God is a Bullet, Everybody Knows, Joey, Still in Hollywood, Bloodletting, The Vampire Song, Tomorrow, Wendy, Happy Birthday, Le Coeur Jumeau, Jenny I Read, and Someday. Of those 10, Gavin, which one is the one?
Okay, so Fredo, okay, here's my opinion about the one, right? Conventional wisdom, you could make an argument for Joey, obviously, but given your feelings for that song, I think we can probably pass on that. And then I think you're looking at Still in Hollywood or Bloodletting, the Vampire Song, right?
Still in Hollywood, yeah. But the other one for me would be Everybody Knows.
Oh, yeah, that's really good. It's a cover, though, but it's really a great cover.
Well, first of all, it's a cover by Leonard Cohen. So how many people do you think know the Leonard Cohen version?
Right, yeah.
So to the majority of people, it's their song. But I understand you saying that it's a cover. It's their interpretation of a song versus how they really wanted the song to sound like. There was something out there before then.
Yeah. What do you think? You think Still in Hollywood would have a chance at the end of the year, Fredo?
Well, I don't know how the year is shaping up. But being as how I have a vote,
yeah. I think Still in Hollywood is just such a tour de force, dude.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Well, let's see what do you say, Justin?
Well, it's funny. The two that I was eyeballing were the same two that Gavin brought up. I was looking at Still in Hollywood. I was looking at Bloodletting. Those are the ones that really stuck out to me when I was listening. So I think
Nice.
I think Still in Hollywood has that familiarity of like everything we're talking about, like the old baseball glove. It has the old,
Right.
how the dusty guitar that you forgot you had.
Right.
It has that feeling to it. The familiarity of something that you put away and you forgot how much you loved. So
The whole here's the thing about Concrete Blonde, like the majority of the and I like how you said about Still in Hollywood, because the majority of the people, I believe, would probably know Bloodletting, which would
Yeah.
make which if you listen to that song, it would make you it would make me think, or it did make me think that they were kind of a gothic band.
Hmm.
But they're not,
Because of the subject and because of
Yeah.
other things that were on that album. But then when you go back and you listen to their whole discography, they're a rock band. They're an emotional band. They're a girl riot band. They're all of this stuff that's just so eclectic. I think if we did Bloodletting, people would pigeonhole them.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I agree.
Good point.
I get what you're saying. Totally. I agree. Actually, yeah.
If the only song I knew was Bloodletting, I would think they were a gothic type band. And if I'm not into that, I'm not going to listen to playlists.
Hmm.
If I know Still in Hollywood, it's a rocking song. It would say, okay, I get it. This is just a rock song. Let me hear the rest of this.
Yeah, that's a good
You
point.
know.
All right, let's do it then. Let's lock it in. Still in Hollywood is our one. And what else we got here? Still in Hollywood is number one. God is a Bullet. Everybody knows Joey. Bloodletting, the vampire song. Tomorrow, Wendy. Happy birthday, La Cour Jumeau. Jenny and Red. And Someday rounds out our 10. Let's let Still in Hollywood get a moment in the sun.
I was walking down the street early this morning past the graveyard voices calling to me. I was walking down the street early this morning and the silver drops of rain hung from the
Familiar,
trees, and I swear I heard the
completely
voices singing to me.
Gotta love it. We have done it. We have turned you into Concrete Blonde fans. You're very welcome. I'm just saying, we did the work. I mean, you might as well do that last little bit. Just go to the playlist and push play. Also, I mean, you're on the internet right now anyway. If you're listening on Spotify, you're listening to that playlist. Well, why don't you jump on over to Deprogrammed on Spotify? Just saying, that's where we are. You can subscribe and you can give us a 5-star review. That would be super awesome. Apparently, it helps with the algorithm. Would love to see that happen. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, you can 5-star review there. And if you leave a comment, that would be super appreciative. Would enjoy that a great deal and appreciate it more than I could ever put into words. Also, you can go to patreon.com/show. Hi, Justin. The Patreon is one way to pledge $1 if you would like to help the show out monetarily. We would definitely love to have you on board. It gets you deprogrammed before the rest of the world. It gets you the conversation we're about to have after the fact. Immediately, as soon as we're done recording it, it goes right to the Patreon. So you can you hear it first, as MTV used to say. You can go to legionofstupid.com. You click at the top. You click podcasts. You click deprogrammed, and it'll take you to the deprogram page. Maybe you want to listen to the show there. That's cool. Maybe you want to sign up to do a show. That's even cooler. You can go about halfway down. There's a sign-up sheet. Tell me what band you want to talk about, and we'll make it happen. Obviously you can't do Concrete Blonde. We just did it. But, tell me what band you want to talk about, and we'll figure it out. If it's a band we haven't done, we will figure it out. Also, let's see. One on legionofstupid.com. Oh, the Discord. If you pledge on Patreon, by the way, it gets you special access to certain channels in Discord. But you can also, not do that and just join the Discord. There's a link on the Legion of Stupid page. You just click that, boom. Come join the Discord. It's fun times. It's where we record this show. You can listen to it live if that is something that you're into. But honestly, the best way you can help this show is by telling somebody that you listen to it. Hey, I listen to Deprogrammed, and you should too. I would appreciate that more and more and more than I could ever put into words. So, with that, Concrete Blonde, I can talk, I swear. Learn them and love them, people. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.